Welcome to the brand new podcast. And as always, this is the Oracle 19. And my name is Mr. Greatness. For any business inquiries, if you want to put your business on this platform, promoting your business, you need logos, website designs, any social media marketing, ghostwriting, etc. Email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. And that's the same email if you want to make a donation, a free will offering. evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. That's via PayPal. Also, our other email for any business inquiries, the Oracle19 at the Oracle19radio.com. And we have different links to other affiliates. www.linktree.com/Evolution of London. We do have a Patreon channel, which we have videos, digital artwork, and we do consulting services as well. www.patreon.com/Evolution of London. You can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is evolutionoflondon.com. We have a whole wide range of products, 10,000 products, by the way, for men's, kids, ladies' clothes, cologne, perfume, house products, and much more. So that's evolutionoflondon.com. Also, evolutionoflondon.org, O-R-G, for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products as well for personal as well as business use. And finally, evolutionoflondon.store, S-T-O-R-E, and that is for custom sneakers, more clothes, games, DVDs, yes, DVDs. evolutionoflondon.store. Check out the company Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 100% soy wax, 12-ounce jars, from scented to unscented. Now the scented candles is from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, eucalyptus, rose, just to name a few. And for the luxury candles, it's over 35 plus burning hours. Very good quality, I have to say, very good quality. So if you want to place an order, email the company at royalty9international@gmail.com. You'll find them on Instagram, TikTok, that's Royalty 9 International, again on Instagram and TikTok. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. So if you want to book a consultation, email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. That's healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. And also support his merch, www.wjaccessories.com, for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products as well. DJ Panthro, he's an international DJ, and if you want to book for him to come to your venue, email him at djpanthro519@gmail.com. That's DJ Panthro, Panthro 519@gmail.com. And check out his YouTube page, DJ Panther 519. You'll find his website link in his, or I should say on his YouTube page. So definitely click and support that. And you'll find him on social media, Instagram and TikTok. TikTok, The Real DJ Panther. That's the D-A, The Real DJ Panther. On TikTok. I like to call it Tickety Talk, personally. but it's TikTok, of course. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. He have a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his YouTube channel, I need your guys to like, subscribe, and share. And check out his other social media sites. And continue to train on YouTube is the Greatness 19 channel. That's our educational channel to open up your third eye. Over 1,000 shows. Yes, 1,000 shows on the Greatness 19 channel. So like, subscribe, and share. As well as Mr. Evolution of London. That's our health and wellness channel. So like, subscribe, and share. A lot of great content on Mr. Evolution of London. Mr. MR period Evolution of London. Our health and wellness channel. Kenzo Gang. Kenzo Gang, if you want Afro beats, his album called Discovery and his single Adora. You can find his music on all major platforms. Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music, YouTube, of course, just to name a few. Kenzo Gang on YouTube. And if you want to book for him to come to your venue, morekenzo@gmail.com. That's more, MOORKEENZO @gmail.com. morekenzo@gmail.com. So definitely support his brand. Blue Now Naturals. Enter Blue Now Naturals and uncover the best variety of organic products for skincare, hair care, and well-being online. Blue Now Naturals specialize in whipped body butters, handmade incense, 100% organic essential oils. Blue Now Naturals take pride in carefully selecting products that are alcohol and toxic free for our education or our environmentally conscious customers. And I like to consider myself, as I mentioned previously, I'm a conscious customer, conscious individual. At least I strive to be. And these products in general, the soaps and essential oils, etc., is very good quality. To this day, I have Blue Now Naturals, and that's a fact actually. And he's been established. His business been established for over 30 years. It's wide selections of natural products for home care, and you can even, if you have a business of your own, he will even wholesale at a discount price. Again, you can't go wrong. And what's best about Blue Now Natural is unique selection of organic, toxic-free products with no synthetics ingredients for home use, which is very important in this day and time. So check out BlueNowNaturals.com. Telephone number is 416-262-5921. Email is info@BlueNowNaturals.com. Welcome to Forever Green Landscaping Services. For over a decade, Forever Green Landscaping Services has been transforming outdoor spaces across the GTA, just in case, because I have over 72 countries that listen to me. That's in Toronto, Canada, by the way. They are experts in hardscaping solutions. Their passion for creating beautiful, functional landscapes is matched only by their commitment to quality and customer satisfaction. Specializing in hardscape, they bring your vision to life with precision and care, ensuring every project stands the test of time. You could check out their website, www.forevergreenlandscaping.ca, and their services. They specialize in interlocking, sod installation, concrete services, deck and fencing, retaining walls, sprinkler systems, asphalt services, railings, tree services. Definitely check that website out. You're in the GT area, definitely check it out. It's essential, very good company. They service North York, Etobicoke, Mississauga, Brampton, York Region, Markham, Woodbridge, Scarborough, just to name a few. Again, forevergreenlandscaping.ca. Telephone number 416-844-6524. Again, 416-844-6524. Email address forevergreenlandscaping, 2 G's at the end, at gmail.com. So I spell it the number 4. So 4 EBERGRENDSCAPING at gmail.com. Breathe. Woo! That was a lot. But definitely check out Forever Green Landscaping. Very good company. Very good quality. Very good customer service. Now the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, Spotify for creators, Amazon Music, just to name a few. So any information I haven't mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19 podcast, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London, rumble.com. Just type in the Oracle 19, and finally www.theoracle19radio.com. All right, well, as usual, I'm sometimes long-winded with the business aspect of things, but ladies and gentlemen, this is how I get paid, okay? While I sip my tea. My tea of the day, which I mentioned before, but it's not moringa. It's actually with a mixture of peppermint, turmeric, wheatgrass. This is one of my go-tos if you regular listeners. Cinnamon, ginger. Yes, that whole combination. Keep my immune system strong. Keep me from not getting sick with this change of weather. Take the mucus out of my body, because we all have mucus buildup and inflammation. So from your head to the toe, read on Dr. Sebi, Sebi. He's a firm believer in mucus buildup and how to get rid of that. So therefore, it could prevent you from getting cancers and keep your sugar regulated, etc. There's many benefits of these. So I really pay attention, try to take these different teas and so forth and supplements. Pardon me, I have to take another sip before I proceed. And today's topic is Easter, a hoax. Easter, yes, because everyone now is celebrating Easter, and Easter is pretty much stretched out for a week. And, people celebrating Easter in many different ways, and going to church, definitely, or have gone to church yesterday, and celebrating even throughout this past weekend and moving forward. You got Passover, Easter Friday, and all of this stuff. So what does it mean to you, Easter? A lot of Christians all throughout the world celebrate. They celebrate Easter, and so is Easter a holy day or is it a hoax? Long story short, what do you think? Now, modern day Christianity, you go to churches, and most of the churches you see, Easter being celebrated, resurrection of Jesus, and some of the passages that reason why Easter is affiliated with, you find in the Bible. We're gonna take this real slow, personally. You find in Matthew 28 and Mark 16, basically the chapters in the New Testament that describes the resurrection of Jesus, and is the core of the biblical events behind Easter. But my question for me to you, does it has anything to do with the Easter bunny? I'll wait. Does it? Why is the Easter bunny is in the mix? This is like a part 2 from I talked about Easter about a year and a half, 2 years ago. So this is like a part 2. So my new listeners, this is probably the first time you hearing this, but if you go back to my old scrolls, basically we'll talk about Easter as well and what I feel about it and the history about it. And then in Matthew 28, there's some key points in the resurrection. And I'm paraphrasing, but you can check it out from yourself. The verses from 1 to 10 and just talk about Mary visiting the tomb and great earthquakes that occurred, and the angel rolls back the stone and tells them Jesus has risen. And I'm just these are just quick points. Angel instructed them to tell the disciples, and Jesus appears to the woman and confirms his resurrection. Now, if I'm off, hey, send me an email and tell me. And you can keep going on from verse 11 to 15. Guards report, who witnessed the resurrection, and then the religious leaders bribed the guards to say Jesus' body was stolen. You go into verses 16:8, the Great Commission. Jesus meets with his disciples in Galilee, and he commanded them to make disciples of all nations, baptize and teach them. This is the so-called Christian information. I'm paraphrasing, but hey, Mr. Greatness could be off, but I'm just getting it from the scriptures. I'm trying to paraphrase because I don't want to be just reading verses from the Bible. I'm not really on it in terms of that part. I just want to really give the points of why is Easter a holy day or is it a hoax? And that's my question for me to you. If you go through Mark 16, there's key points about the resurrection and Jesus appears. The appearance of Jesus in verse 9 to 14 and the resurrection verses 1 through 8 of Mark 16. And again, I just given little points. But I'm going to pull it all together. The foundation a lot of times of why a lot of Christians feel that, to celebrate Easter. Now, my question, again, from me to you, I have no problem you want to celebrate however you want to celebrate. I'm personally not a Christian. I grew up in the Christian faith as a youngster, but I'm not on that level now. But I just want to ask, what's up with the Easter bunny? And what's up with the eggs? Does that have anything to do with the Bible? My question for me to you. Can you help me on that part? Is that something that's you might say symbolism, but why is it even incorporated in terms of this Easter? Why? You know, Easter is as you know, Christian holiday, and we know dealing with the resurrection of Jesus, right? I understand that. But the man-made traditions about you have the Easter egg and bunny. Ah, that you lose me on that. You really do. And and a lot of people is lost with that part. Now we understand the Passover. I get an idea with that, and Passover is there's a history about that, and you'll find that in Acts 12:1, and breaks down more of the mention of how Easter is celebrated due to the fact of the day, the days of the unleavened bread. New Testament churches was observing these feasts and feast days, and which is described in Leviticus 23. There's certain key points that brings the remembrance of Easter, and I'm back and forth with the story, and I get it, but why? And I'm going to go right back to it. Why the bunny? Why the Easter egg celebration? That's when you lose. This is why a lot of people describe Easter as just a pagan festival. You have the Easter parades, and it falls in line like Christmas. Is Easter really practiced? Or it's just entertainment? You see parents, they paint children, they dye the eggs, paint their faces, give them baskets, hide eggs. What's the point with that? That's where, again, you lose me. Now, I'd like for you to go find my part 1 of Easter, in which I got into a lot of detail about the story of Esther and how she's intertwined with modern day Easter. Now, I'll touch base with it now. This depiction goes back to Esther, which is the goddess of fertility, and which these same festivals, it goes right back to Anglo-Saxon mid middle ages, and then over time these same practices incorporate with the Easter bunny and the egg, especially the egg because the egg is a symbol of being fertility, reflecting Esther, the goddess. Now, my question for me to you is: the word Easter found in the Bible, and where did it come from? The actual name Easter. I need you to help me with that. You're going to help me do the research. I get the idea. I talked about on my part 1. But I just want you to think. This is going to be a thinking show. Where did modern day Easter come from? Why is it celebrated? Why you spend money going to the store for eggs and you want to go egg hunting for your kids and you don't even know the history behind that? You don't even know the history of Easter. You're just following the leader, following what the government tells you. Follow what your neighborhood church. And how come when you go to these churches, Easter and Jesus is white, and the angels, big fat babies as on the walls of the churches, they white? Why? You say it doesn't matter, but it matters to the church because they have a picture of white. That's my question. Do you know the story of Esther? I gave you a little bit of it, but do you know? She was the Anglo-Saxon goddess, also representing the spring, and is held annually during pagan festivals that's been going on for many centuries. This is what it is. In Babylon history, there's a goddess of the spring, Ishtar. She was identified as the planet Venus, rise before the sun. On the side note, you celebrate spring so much. Do you know the history of that? But that's a side note. These is pagan. Throughout history, pagan holidays you celebrate, but we focusing on Easter here. You celebrating different gods and goddesses and don't even realize it. But you thinking you following the true story of Jesus. Easter, Esther. Easter, Esther. She was one goddess with many names. And you follow. Don't even realize it. I just want you to think a little bit. I can explain this. I can give a history book and I pull it out and read it to you. But you really need to think. You really need to research. And you need to stop worshiping something and you don't have a clue about it. And you use your own children, say, well, I got to do it for my kids. Egg hunting. You know how expensive eggs are? And you buy a cart of eggs, paint the eggs, hide the eggs, and you know you needed the scramble eggs. to eat. Doesn't really make sense. Oh, but I do it for the kids. But you don't even know the history about what you celebrated. And not even trying to learn. That's the sad thing. You're not even trying to learn. You don't care. I do it for the kids. So let's say that you're following Satan, but it's something entertainment that been practiced by the devil for centuries. You just say, well, I'm doing it for the kids. Not knowing you practicing devil worship. I'm just speaking in general here. Think, guys. Research. Stop being lazy. Eggs have always been associated with Easter. And it's been long traditions of just coloring eggs. Where in the Bible tells you, where in the Torah, the Quran tells you that Easter, any of the three major religions, that Easter, like egg hunting, should be celebrated? Eggs, Easter eggs is based on fertility. From Indo-European races. It's also the symbol of spring. And I gave you the goddess for that. Of many names. Esther, Ishtar. Same person, just different names. Different regions. All of these are symbolism. Pagan spring festivals. Coming from Europe. But you believe in doing it. You got to think, ladies and gentlemen. You have to think. I'm throwing certain things at you, but not. I want you to think and you decide. I can sit down and quote out the Bible and from beginning to end of the show, and then say, "Oh, this is why you shouldn't do that," sounding like a preacher. But I'm not. I give you little tidbits, little things to do your own research, but just to make you think. This is a thinking moment from me to you. I threw a little jewels out there telling you about Esther and Ishtar and so forth. The Easter bunny and eggs. Gave you a couple of verses in short form, paraphrasing. But this is a thinking moment. Why are you following this day or days? What does it mean to you? What does the rabbit have anything to do with Easter, as well as the eggs? And do you know the history of Good Friday? Is it Good Friday for you? What Jesus are you following? Who is your Jesus? Or it doesn't matter. Do your Jesus love everybody? Or just a certain group? Or are you going to say it doesn't matter, he loves everybody? My preacher, religious teacher told me that. So why you go to his church and color matters? The person in charge. Person running the show in the church. Their statues. Do they look like you? What say you? Do you read the Bible? Do you try to translate it in ancient languages like Hebrew? Is English the original language of the Bible? Or do you care? What does the Bible mean to you? Who do you pray to? Which Jesus? Which God? Which being? Doesn't matter to you. Doesn't matter to you. I dropped the mic.